Hello and welcome. My name's Kathy A. and today I thought I would take you along with me as I go thrift shopping. It used to be, thrift stores used to be places where poor people could buy clothing at an affordable price, and a lot of times they would wear hand-me-downs. And back in the 1960s and 70s when I was growing up, people looked down on that. Now it's kind of looked like, you know, high fashion, good taste, really good finds. You know, you've scored a really good thing. It's just a change in societal beliefs, and some people still hang on to that feeling that if you buy clothing in a thrift store that it's lesser, you know, somehow. But actually many of the clothing items are so much better made. The fabrics are nicer, the workmanship is a higher standard, and the fit is better. And I just think a lot of clothes, especially, you know, from 20 years ago and maybe 20 to 10 years ago, is a really so much nicer made, you know, than this fast fashion stuff that's being produced and polluting. You know, it's helping the earth, and it's less expensive than it would be if you went to buy a blouse for brand new. You'd be paying 10 times the price, at least in some cases. And you can find such cool things, you know, like people are donating stuff from when somebody's passed away and they have like an amazing closet. Sometimes they just donate the whole closet because none of the kids want it, or somebody's maybe in a different season of their life and they're not going to need certain types of clothing for this new season of life. I know I got rid of a lot of my business clothes when I retired, so somebody's got all those nice business clothes now, really, you know, high quality suits and trousers and pretty blouses and things like that. So you know, you can really score some really beautiful items in a thrift store. If you're concerned about the hygiene aspect of it, borax is a wonderful ingredient. It's an old school ingredient. We used to use it all the time in the 60s and 70s in our laundry, but like a half a cup of borax in your laundry with your regular laundry detergent, wash all that stuff. It gets everything out, it gets stains out, it gets any smells out. And some thrift stores actually have a scent to them. When you walk in, it's a scent. I think they spray some of their clothes with something to make a uniform scent. And that's not something you'd probably want in your own home or on your own clothes. I always wash anything I get from a thrift store. And I wash out handbags too. I make sure to wipe all my handbags and things down. As far as sizing goes, I look in all the sizes, and some of the thrift stores are set up so that it's just by color. You'll just see all the white things together, all the yellow things together, all the orange things together, and they're all different sizes. So, and a lot of times there's no sizes in there. So what I do, and I think it's a really good idea, is just bring a little fabric tape measure with you. And you're going to want to measure at least shoulder to shoulder. And it's good to know what your shoulder to shoulder measurement is too, because then you'll know that this thing is going to fit you. Because a lot of people take the size tapes and tags and everything out of their clothing. So having this is a really good idea. I've been in some thrift stores that have on right above the rack, they actually have like little rulers with all the inches and everything above, so you can hold the fabric up to the rack and you can see how big the measurement is. So at least your shoulder. It's nice if you know all of your measurements. I never try anything on in a thrift store. I'm not one of those people who stands in the middle and puts everything on over the top and then looks in the corner mirror. You know, like size 12 in 1980 is very different than a size 12 in 2026. The sizing changed in 1980. So if you normally wear like a 14, something from prior to 1980, you would be wearing a 16 or an 18. So you have to be quite aware of that. So if you're really into wearing vintage clothing, you have to know you have to size up on those. And again, this is very, very handy. So let's go shopping together. Well, good morning. We are at Savers, also known as Value Village if you live in Canada. And this is a for-profit charity thrift store. They buy things from charities and organizations and then resell it for profit. But the prices are quite reasonable. So join me as I grab a cart, and you should as well. Hopefully the wheels will work. And we'll take a little tour through the store. Always there is furniture in all different areas of the store. A lot of it is stuff that people like to buy and clean up and resell, or they will sand it down and restain it or paint it and make quite a profit on it. And some of us just buy things for our own homes. There's a nice little cart there. You have to look in the nooks and crannies because people hide things or things have been stored inside other things. Here is a bookcase, and there's a water machine for your own home. Wow, that's pretty cool. This is all high quality stuff. Well, a lot of it is high quality stuff, and you can find pretty much any type of bureau or dresser or bookcase that you need. There's a bike that somebody drove over here. And let's go outside. This is garden tools and sporting equipment. We have surfboards, crutches, ironically, and we have some golf clubs. Yeah, I don't know anything about which one goes where when you use each one, but they've got an assortment of brands and types. There's some skis and baseball bats in the background. And there's lots of sporting equipment. And we've got razor bikes that kids get hurt on. There's a pet cooling bed. It's a raised bed for pets. Some tennis rackets, some roller blades, ice skates. You can look out if they're in your size and they're not too worn out. I always wipe the insides of these things with alcohol wipes. So there's some more golf clubs. And there's some more crutches. All right, then there's another sporting thing, some bikes, children's bikes you can find, and outdoor chairs. They're so expensive now to buy them new. Here's a pet carrier. And some rugs. That one's brand new, rolled up. Must have been donated by a rug company or somebody who decided not to use it. And there's some cute little chairs that you would use in maybe to hold plants or kids. Again, there's some tents, and now look at this. There's one of those fake fireplaces. Those are really nice. Some of them have heating units in them. They may or may not work. And then, here's a grandpa remote alert. Yep, they've got all the grandpa remotes and the cables and wires to old-fashioned video and TV equipment. Sometimes you can look out sometimes people will upsize their TV or their monitors, and you can try these things out. They do have electric sockets, you can try them out. So if you have some cassettes and CDs, and they do sell them in the store, you may want to put them in there and try them out to see if the thing works. There's a 5-disc CD changer. I had one of those back in the 80s. And there's a slide projector, I believe. Wow. Oh, hey, I can finally learn how to use a stick. There we go. Yeah, a little bit of everything in here. You never know, and it does change from day to day. Here's some beautiful different types of lamps. You can get any kind of lamp or lamp shade very cheaply. So this is the first place you go. Oh, ironing boards there too. Those are very expensive to buy new, and they're cheesy. Oh, I love that lamp with the two-tone brown. Yep, and there's some shades. Oops, that one's got a stain on it. Now, oh, this one is hand-painted, it looks like. A hand-painted glass one. Yeah, you don't need to buy a new lampshade in a store. You can get them real cheap. All right, there's some fireplace tools. And, oh, look at these stools. They're all different themed for beach. So you can use that in your bar area or outside maybe. And then dining chairs, sometimes they're sold in sets, so you can get a really good deal on them. That one is $10.99 for 2 of them, so they're about, $5.50 each. Here's a nice masculine looking stained glass lampshade. That'd be nice over the pool table or in a man cave. Beautiful basketry work. Luggage. Wow, luggage. And then look at this up here. This looks almost brand spanking new, a bingo. That's a Bluey toy. That's really neat. You can always find really cool little kids' toys. If you've got the grandkids visiting, you can surprise them with something. They'll have fun for the weekend. Look at this little vanity. Oh, and a washing machine. Hey, look at that. Isn't that stinking cute? And it's a front load. That is neat. And it's free. There's no coins. There's a shoe rack suspiciously like mine. Oh, sorry, I'm weaving here. I'm getting you dizzy, I bet. All right, we have magazine holders. It is just side tables. And I don't like it when they put stuffed animals on top of furniture, because this is a beautiful set of 2 chairs for $20.99. So they're $10.50 each. And they're in really good shape, and they're beautiful. These are old school. Look at the legs. And now this one up here on the left here with the detailing on the spindles, it just needs to be tightened. The caning needs to be tightened. That's a DIY project. Now I see these desks all the time, the secretary desks that you can pull down, and they've got like a tchotchke shelf area there. And this one has the window in the back, and yeah, the window came out, but it's very easy to reapply that window back into where it goes. I would get some new hardware on that too, but it's just fun to go through. I mean, it's like walking through a county fair or something. Look at all these bureaus. Now, what is this one? Oh, this folds out. This is a TV stand, I think. Yep. It has a shelf in there to put your VHS tapes and alrighty. And there's a set of 2 for $10.99. You got a set of 2. Beautiful dining table with an insert. $21. And there's a white thing on the right with a butcher blog top. It looks suspiciously like mine. And it was a printer copier. And oh, look, we've got an air conditioner. Gonna start needing that. $29.99. That's a smaller one. It needs to be cleaned up a little, or a lot. Okay, let's go look at some of the tchotchkes and the smaller fussy things. I'm not real keen on this particular section, but a lot of people who do smalls love this. Now look at this. This is a pottery chicken feed bag. Oh, it's a bank with a chip on it. And there's no bottom plug, and it's $6. Well, you can tell somebody took the money out of that. The farmers are going through a struggle right now. Anyway, we've got some so-called collectible plates, and that's a pretty cake stand. And we've got dolls. I never liked dolls, but I did like this one. Raggedy Ann was my favorite. Her legs moved, and I thought because her legs moved that she was, a cool doll. She didn't just sit there and you had to dress her. So she's $8, and got to check inside and make sure she's got the printed I love you, and it's actually sewn in this one. That's really cute. So, and she looks in pretty good condition. I would say 1990s. She looks pretty good. And then there's the creepy dolls, which I don't like. Oh, cool vase. And then, here's some Debbie Mum collectible mugs in their boxes for $3.49. I love this one with the dogs by the fire hydrants. That is really cute. And why didn't I get it? Because I went back for it and it wasn't there, of course. When you see something cute that you think you might want to get, make sure you do. Oh, here's some participation trophies, or some other kind of trophies. And then we have, I don't think that's a real Hummel, but that's a real Minion. That's cute. And it works. I checked the back. That was the time. More trophies. We're going to have to give the kids something else when they win something. Then there's lots of trays and plates. That's cute with the dog. Now that's one of those things where you put the fabric and you decoupage it on the back of a glass plate. Can't really use it for anything, but that was kind of cute. And here's an odd little fussy jar of some sort. Okay, and then we've got, what is this now? More collectible plates. And then this guy, I don't know who he is. It's not Dale. And here's some more creepy dolls. Alright, let's look at these tchotchkes. There's some more of them. Lots of statues. Oh, we got some holidays here. We got some bears. Oh, sole mio. Easter. A clock. Here's Santa. And then there's some kind of saint. Oh, and we've got one of the three wise men. He's definitely lost if he's in Worcester, Mass. Okay, there's some more statues and little village pieces. More holiday stuff. Santa trees. This is the time to buy this stuff. Look at this big container of balls. Christmas. That's a whole tree's worth right there. Baby's first Christmas, and now we're eking into Halloween here. I'm looking at the trays. Trick or treat. That's a cute little pumpkin pot there. And we got a summer bucket with octopus, and we have, oh, I love this. That is a cookie jar shaped like a tree. No chips. Somebody picked that up. On Senior Day, that would be 30% off too. Every Tuesday, Senior Day. And here's some Easter baskets, Christmas baskets. Baskets are pretty popular. And in different stores, you're going to find such an assortment. So, and there I am, oogling the baskets. There I am, walking with the in crowd there. There's a horn of plenty. Okay, I'm thinking of that Twilight Zone episode. If you get it, you get it. Okay. This box, oh, this is nice. Yeah. And then here's a nice autumn gift basket. You could use it or to hold fruit in the autumn time. And that's an old school basket. They're so well made from the past. I mean, stuff made today is so cheap, and they use, you know, horrible fabrics and things to put things together. Now, if you need plants, florals, or pots, pottery, you can always find something here. You know, it's generally you're going to get it off season most of the time I see. Like, look at all the holiday, winter holiday and autumn holiday stuff. Now is the time to buy that stuff. It's just that you're just not in the mood. I can't even stand to look at Christmas stuff. Ugh. Oh, look at this carved wood. That looks like Switzerland. For $5.99, that is beautiful. I visited Switzerland in the 80s, and it's just a dynamic place. Look at all these millions of candles in various stages of burn. Some of them are battery operated, but this is where they wind up, folks. And all these jar candles, too. Oh, look at her. Beautiful indigenous lady. She's $6.99, and what does she do? She holds something. Maybe some dried plants or something? I'm not sure. This globe on the right here, that is a leapfrog globe. See, I'm going all nuts. Look at this. It's got controls. It turns. It will light up things. Unbelievable. It turns, and I didn't know if it worked or not, but I've never seen a globe like that. Now we're into the tins, and look at, they've got that's a reproduction. That's not a real one. It would have been mangled if some kid used it, that Felix the cat. Then there's always lots of stuff to look at. The trays. I love trays. It's plastic. And it was $35, and for some reason, this stupid person filming did not take it, because it would have been perfect to put my cookies on for the building I live in. I make cookies. Look at all these trays. I just love trays. There's some apples, and then there's different seasonal ones. They've got crystal glass. Look at this leaf. That would be nice. Okay. Over here we've got some bowls and things. And there's a heavier tray. This is my favorite tray of the day. This is that pattern from the 60s, that rooster pattern. Again, I did not get it. And that's kind of an interesting one. It's heavy, it's ceramic, but it's got a barcode on it, so it's not an antique plate. There's a new cart that hasn't been unloaded yet. I don't go through those. I know there's a big thing where a lot of the thrifters that do it for profit like to do that. And all these bagged items, it's good sometimes to stop and look at them. And also two, I think I've got 2 trips in here with mugs. There's just so many different mugs. I'm a mug fiend. I had over 30 of them. I got it down to 9. So proud of myself. But I said if I buy a mug, I'm gonna have to take one out of my collection. There's a nice hot cocoa mug. That's really neat. Yeah, there's just a little bit, and there's some boxed ones up there. Oh, I see one. My goodness. Donuts. All right. And dishes, you can get full dish sets or just 1 or 2, and then you've got mixing bowls. And we've got baking dishes. I like the stainless steel mixing bowls because you can clean them really well. And then there's some cookie sheets and baking trays. Some of them still have crumbs of things that were baked in them on there. It's kind of gross, but it's kind of sweet at the same time. There's a Calphalon. And then there's the assortment of toasters, toaster ovens. I'm not sure how I feel about buying a toaster there. Why do you get rid of a toaster? Usually because one side of it doesn't work, or maybe you replaced it with a toaster oven. I don't know. There's a little taco stand over there. And those grills, specialty grills. A lot of buffet kind of stuff for garden parties and stuff that people don't have anymore, I don't think. And those little grills that make, you know, pancakes and things, that looks like an air fryer up there. We got hand mixers. It's amazing how many of these things they have. Is that a dehydrator? Oh my goodness. And in the makeup department, I don't ever buy any makeup here, but they did have these fake nails, which might be interesting. Sometimes you can find interesting containers. I wouldn't buy makeup, though, at the thrift store. That's old nail polish. That looks like a Christmas gift somebody didn't want. And then you could put cotton balls in the glass containers. And then up here, soap dispensers. Again, I would clean them out so well. And then this you could put your makeup brushes in, or whatever you would use. Now you'll always find yarns and really nice here. Okay, spending a little bit too long looking at yarn. If you need something to complete a project, you know, again, look in the bags. You know, that takes a while. It takes some patience. But there's lots of linens and things. Now, my friend here has found a really large basket that he thought he was going to put some camping equipment in, but he's decided against buying it. But I thought it was really nice. It was, I think, $15. And there's no mold inside. It looks like it was, you know, used for dry stuff. Really nice. Here's some more furniture in another section. That's a mirrored drawer thing. That could be interesting. And more furniture. Oh, look at this on the right. These drawers, they look like IKEA drawers. And on the top is a little, like, letter holder organizer. But I'm looking at these drawers. Now, there's one that's damaged, that has holes in it, and that's missing the one little board behind it. See that little, looks like a ruler almost behind it, but all the drawers are in excellent shape. So that is cool. That is wicked cool. $15.99. So when you get it, you can get you know, $3 or $4 off of it if you buy it. I like that. Absolutely. Definitely. I keep going over it. My goodness. So I wound up getting those drawers, and I'm actually going to use them as almost like IKEA drawers, where I'm going to put my makeup in them. I'm going to take them out of these kind of flimsy plastic drawers, and I'm going to actually donate this plastic drawer thing so somebody can have it for toys or crafts or whatever they were using it for. But it served me for makeup, but I actually like the new wooden one better. I'll show it to you once I've refinished it, because I'm going to sand it down and refinish it and do some stuff to it. So. Okay, now we're back in the tchotchke area and the florals. I don't know what I'm rushing for. I'm going down to somewhere. Jeez. Okay. All right, we're continuing on with our holiday stuff. And that one actually, it was a music box. It was kind of neat. And then it sprayed black stuff around the pumpkin head. I thought that was nice. All right, and here is a Santa, and this one is pretty jazzy. Yeah, we need to turn that one off. A scratch and wrap Santa DJ. Okay, here's a... Again, buy this now. This is a cute little costume for your dog. And there's all kinds of different things. I love this little sculpture, and it had a lit up section in the middle. I wasn't sure if it worked or not, but what a cute little thing for the holiday season. It's got a thing that you can pull it from the back. Oh, Star Trek. Wow. That's the Enterprise. And I'm flying it around there like I'm 6 years old. Okay. Yep, some more houses and things. You can get a lot of holiday decorations this time of year. I'm not kidding. Look at this. I used to work in a place that sold Christmas trees, and we were told to put all those light balls all around the center pole of the tree, and it would keep the tree light and it display things better. This looks like a home goods item. I couldn't find a price on it. So you need to watch me looking for the price. Yeah. There's just some cute things. Wait a minute. What's behind here? Oh, it's a puppy. Hee. Look. And he is some kind of automated thing, too. This one looks like a dead snowman. Doesn't he look like he's a corpse snowman? I don't know what he does. Maybe he lights up. I don't know. Okay, and this little guy here, that's nice, Santa with the kids. But look at this little guy with the organ. When he's lit up and playing, I guess when the battery's new, he plays the organ. And I don't know what happened to the head on this guy, but they're selling him. And this is good for holiday cookies. I love the tray. This is a happy snowman. I would put cookies on that. That's really cute. That seems to be one of their main price points for this. And we have mini lights. I'm telling you, pick up your holiday stuff now because nobody cares about it. And that is not a Department 56, but that is a fairly nice looking building for those, you know, the village buildings. And here I am looking. I love the artwork. You can get art and frames really, really inexpensively. I really like that. And that might wind up in my house. I'm not sure. Okay, Mama's having a bad hair day. Well, we're looking at all the different types of things, and Sometimes if you just look at the frame and not at the ugly picture or painting in it, you may find yourself getting a pretty good deal. Look at this beautiful boat. Happy holidays. And this is interesting looking, colorful. Oh, it's a bear. Okay. All right. Oh, that's nice down at the bottom. Happy place. Now this I picked up. It has a very mangled looking mat on it, but it's a hand done watercolor and it's signed. And I think it was like $3.99 or something. I mean, you can find a lot of original art, but I mean, you have to want it in your home. And you can always find lots of frames. You don't need to buy a frame in a new store. And there's lots of signage. I think we're getting over that thing where we're putting signs up that say things in our house. I mean, if you still are, I think it's pretty 2019, you know? All right. Wake up, kick butt, repeat. Okay. More of those signs. Oh, look at this box. This wooden box is so beautiful and it's clean inside. It's $6. And that is a perfect thing to hold jewelry or anything else. Now this box, I thought, what a cute little safe bank. The only thing is, I don't know the combination and there's no key. So whatever's in this box is staying there until somebody breaks it open. Okay. Well, what do I do with it? Okay. Oh, that's 70s, huh, on the left? That's neat. Okay. And here's more of those things in the craft area and kitchen area. You're going to find lots of utensils and doodads, things for kids to do. Here's some wine stoppers. There's a whole set of them boxed. That's pretty cool. Of course I didn't get it. No. Okay. Well, you're just looking with me. Those are those marbles you can put in, can put them in pies to weight them down so the pie crust doesn't puff up or shrink. There's some of those gloves that have a texture on them. And then those look like silicone ice trays. Ribbons. Okay. There's just a million of them. Look at them all. And if you want to take the time, you may find some treasure built in here. You just never... There's some greeting cards. Looks like all-purpose greeting cards with their envelopes. And there's some beads and craft supplies, and there's silver. It looks like somebody opened it to check if they were silver or pewter or plastic. They didn't take them. It was $20 for that bag. Jeez. Now, if you like CD music or VHS tapes, record albums or music magazines, it looks like down here, the record albums, and then here's the little 45s. We call them 45s. Those are the 7-inch records. Well, that's Tommy Two-Tone, but you know the hit song from them. Yep. 8675309. Now it's going to be in your head. You're welcome. Some more magazines. And some more VHS and DVDs. Some of us like to watch a movie when we want to watch a movie and we don't want to have to pay $5 for it on Amazon Prime or one of those services. So yes, there is still an argument for keeping that. There's the Entourage series. That was a HBO series, I think, from the 90s. And there's lots of movies and collections. Kind of neat. So we're just walking by this library full of books. I mean, if you need a book, you can find it for sure. And in this area, I'm just looking at their particular household items. There's lots of racks. If you need racks, storage racks, cooling racks. This is grilling equipment, and there's a nice wooden rolling pin. I think the silicone ones work better because the stuff doesn't stick to them as well. There's some cutlery containers and paper towel holders and oil and vinegar bottles. All right, some pretty pottery. My mother had a tart pan exactly like this, which she never used. And when I got it, I never used it and donated it. So this could actually be my own tart pan coming back. It's one of those silly girls that makes one little thing at a time. I like the end caps. They have themed colors. It's kind of neat. Sometimes you can find something in here, a bowl or a cup. I like that measuring cup in the back. For some reason, I didn't pull it. That was really heavy, that bowl. Wow. Here's some more mugs. And this is a different store. But look at this set of 4 with the birds on it. Isn't that cute? So everybody can have their own bird. And 2 people get cardinals. Oh, there's Rose from Schitt's Creek. Yeah, that's cool. And those tall mugs. Does anybody else have a thing for mugs like I do? And this is dangerous for me. This is really dangerous because I love unique mugs. That one is adorable if you're a cat lover. I am not a cat lover, but oh, here's a dog. Hey, look. That's so cute. And then here's one that's shaped like a fox. That's very unique. Be hard to clean. And then on this side there's a million glasses, glassware, pitchers, things like that. Look at this. This is great. It's a set for $3.49. You get the plate and the soup bowl. You got a place there to put the crackers, and you can hold it with 2 hands. That's really neat. And I did not get it. There's one of those flattened wine bottles that you see at the Big E fair every year. This is where it winds up when you give it as a gift. All right, we got a yellow themed one now with a happy, happy mug. Yeah. That's really cute. Somebody put a toy car there. But look at this little picture, so cute. And a lemon tray here. But that picture's adorable, very summery looking. Harry and David. I would think that's those chocolate people and coffee people that have the bad coffee and Dollar Tree. All right, here's some pots and pans. Don't buy anything that's scratched. Ceramic that's scratched, coated. You know, those coated ones. They say that it leaches bad chemicals into your food, so you want to stay. Oh, look at this. You put some pancake batter on there and you make farm animal pancakes. I almost got this. And then I thought for a minute, why would I want small farm animal pancakes? That is nice. A little pitcher and bowl there. It's got a chip on the upper ring though. I'm sounding like one of those flippers. Here's a little collectible here. Star Wars. Feel the Force. I think we're getting ready to go. There's a K. Kathy A. All right, here's some more holders. Teapots, kettles, and there's some knife holders that are empty. I don't think they want to give us weapons in there. All right, there's a French press for $5.50. You just need to clean it out. That looks like a better quality one too. I've got nothing in my cart, you notice? I love this tray. Oh my goodness. You know, you just find things here and there, and wow. All right, here's another tray. So pretty for cookies or whatever. Yep, $3.99. And I didn't get it. There's pizza trays, and there's a little holiday one. There's a football thing for chips and dip. And then this beautiful ceramic bowl. Again, I did not get it. It's got some kind of seal on the bottom. $4.99. Some of you who flip are freaking out now, aren't you? It is beautiful. It was a beautiful bowl. Now here's your Pyrex lesson. Pyrex used to be a very solid glassware company that made all the pie plates that our moms use. Now they're all capital letters. See, they're all capital letters. That's a good one. It's very plain, but it's solid and it will last you. Now the newer Pyrex, I'm going to show you here. This is a newer Pyrex. It's fancier and they've charged more money for it, but it's all small letters. You see how it's all small letters? That's the newer Pyrex, and it's a lesser, it's not made as well, and it's not as valuable if you are one of those flippers or learning to be a flipper. Look at that. There's a cover for that dish, that loaf pan, that casserole dish. And it looks like they're, I love these for making, when I'm cooking, to put ingredients in to set it up. Those are wonderful, and I set them back, and of course I went back and looked, and they are not there. Then there's a lot of muffin tins, baking tins. Again, this is a different store, so I'm just showing you a different view of these kinds of things. But you can find, again, the holiday stuff you can pick up. All right, oh, there's some coffee makers. A lot of people giving up their coffee makers, A, because they can't clean them, and B, because they're giving up coffee. I don't know if you would donate a broken coffee maker, but karma will get you. If you donate something that's broken, karma will get you. I'm not kidding. I'd be really mad if I bought a crock pot or a coffee maker and it didn't work. Look at all these lids. This is sad, actually. Funny at the same time. That means they sold a lot of these pots and pans without their lids on them, and they're selling the lids separately. Gosh darn them. All right, some of these pans look really worn and rusted and scratched. Oh, that's nice. I like that material for pans. I have a slightly larger one. And again, I put it back. All right, let's look at some of these books. You can find some real gems. Look at this, Reader's Digest, Fix It Yourself Manual. I think I had this at one time. And for $3.49, you can learn to fix your own kitchen sink. All right, there you go. Washing machine, with just some Elmer's glue and some duct tape. Okay, and we've got coloring books for adults. That's a thing now. And the cookbooks. You can find a lot of those homey, old-fashioned ones. And look at this. Anyone can cook step by step. That is really cool. I think most people are getting their recipes online. Colossal cookies. Now, this grabbed my attention, but you know, thinking about it, they're really just cakes almost, aren't they? No, I think it's going to be a hard pass for me. It's just, no. Just no. Hey, Rachel Ray, Get Real Meals. I used to collect cookbooks, and then I realized I wasn't looking in them for recipes. I was going online. There's some more movies. All right. Coaching Basketball for Dummies. Okay. They do have them sorted to a degree, but you really have to look around. Now, if you really like books, you could spend the whole day here. Look at this. There's an SAT practice book for you high schoolers. All right. Am I going to the clothes finally? My goodness. This is my favorite part of the thrift store, and it's probably the least amount of time I spent on any topic here. So here are capris and casual pants. Please don't buy capris. They're out of style. They have been out of style for 5 years. And then we have skirts. And these are sized up. Sometimes they don't have them in the sizes, but a lot of times somebody who wears a 14 is going to hide something in the size 7s because they don't have the money for it right then. Speaking from experience. Here's some short sleeve shirts. There's just so many. I mean, there's no excuse for spending way too much money for clothing, although some of these styles and designs are horrific. A lot of them are good basic layering pieces, or you know, now that's that printed on stuff that you can get from Temu and some of the Amazon sellers. But for $7 you can find some nice blouses. They have, actually, you can find a lot of plus size stuff. This is a plus size. I'm not looking at it for me, I'm looking at it for somebody who's interested, but that's a really cute jean denim shirt. Really cute, and it's in good shape for $9. But if you go on senior day, you can get it for $6. Now, some of the plus size stuff is not, you know, very cool, but they do have a lot more of it than you'd find in a lot of stores. And these beautiful fabrics. There's a tie bottom. That'd be nice for spring. I love that color, coral. So pretty for spring and summer. $7.50. Again, you know, if you go on a Tuesday, you get it really cheap. Some of this stuff you can almost tag the decade it came out in. Some of these look like Hawaiian shirts. And not in a good way. Polka dots. Every time I see polka dots, I think of that woman on the makeover show that says polka dots make you round. That's kind of cute. I like that too. That's got some nice detailing on it. Yeah, you have to look things over really well. Check that all the buttons are there, that the zippers work, that, see, there's one of those printed on cheapy material things. It'll make you sweat and it'll only last a couple of washings before it falls apart. That's like from the Temu kind of place. And there's the sleeveless blouses. And sports stuff, running clothes. Some of them have the bras built in. And there's some long sleeve shirts. You know, if you know your colors, that's great, because look at, there's a Talbot's item. And some of these are just good neutrals. Oh, I like that. That's nice with a sleeve. Yeah. And that's a good basic to have in the summertime with some white pair of pants. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Okay. I just was totally enamored of this particular blouse. It was $4.79. I left it there. I'm killing myself. Oh my gosh. I'm going back to it now and looking at it again from a distance. I really like it. That's so me. I know it's paisley, I know it's old lady, and there are people who will say I shouldn't buy it, but yeah. And that's cute too. I'm gonna wear what I want, darn it. This is a printed on fabric. Again, that you've got to feel the fabrics, and you can do that if you're sticking your hands on these blouses. You can feel the difference in quality of these fabrics. Now look at the hats. There's a million hats. Never know when you're going to need a sombrero. Well, there I am looking. I'm just enjoying that. I'm going to pull out some really ugly ones. Yep, ugly number 1. What do you think? Okay. A lot of leopard. Here's a little nun outfit in black, not one of my shades. Are you still with me? Yeah, okay. And that's autumny. That's kind of ugly number 2. And then I think I pulled this out because it's something I would have worn to work at my cemetery and funeral job. And then here's some happy little thing for the autumn time. Yeah. And more hats. Now you can wipe out the inside of these things with Lysol wipes or, alcohol. Here's some nice sweatshirts. Really, clothing is great to find in a thrift store. I mean, there's no need to spend hundreds of dollars on clothes. That's new with tags. It's got this thing stuck right on it. Beautiful color. Much. Now here's the underwear. This is not my jam at all. I will not buy underwear in a thrift store. I draw the line. Okay, and here I am looking at the jackets. Yeah, I just can't get away from leopard. I love leopard. Looking a little worn out there, Kath. Jeez, we all have our good and bad days. Now for autumn time, see, the thing is, you got to buy it off season to find it. Now that's not going to be there in September when I want to buy it for autumn. Look at all the jeans. Oh my goodness. Now with jeans, you should really look in other sizes because people will throw them in the wrong size. And look at the beautiful gowns, the formal wear, the dresses. And if you need something for an event, come here first. Really, just come here first and look. Absolutely wonderful. And there's just such a variety of styles and lengths and patterns. Now we're going into the men's section. Now men have a lot of options. There's lots of suits and jackets, jeans for them too, lots of t-shirts, lots of those silly hats they like to wear, lots of belts. Yeah, that's $15 for a designer suit. Really wonderful. And there's some shirts, casual and dress shirts. Here's all their trousers. One of my friends said he would never buy trousers another man wore. So it's a personal thing. It really is. But I'm telling you, the borax is going to help you. Yep, you're looking for the staining, the zippers, buttons, the length. Want to make sure everything's just right. Look at all the shoes. Casual and dress shoes for men. Unfreaking believable. Look at that. Some of them are brand new, some of them hardly worn, some of them are way too worn, but these look to be in pretty good shape, and you can get them dirt cheap. Oh my goodness. And then there's their sweatshirts and t-shirts. Just a little bit of everything. There's shorts though, and I think like me, I don't think men are going to want to buy used boxer shorts. I don't know. You got to draw the line somewhere, kids. And I think that's my line. There's pajama bottoms too. Forgot to mention that for the ladies. Scarves, socks, and most of those socks are new. And there's the caps. There's a million of those. I'm not a baseball cap wearer. I never have been. I know they're pretty practical for keeping the sun out of your eyes. But the belts are nice. Look at that. And I'm just panning a little too fast here. I'm just loving these hats. I'm a hat girl. And look at all those caps. I mean, you don't need to buy a baseball cap anywhere, or a handbag for that matter. Look at that. I have found my jam. There we go. How about this one? I can be sultry. Ooh, yeah. All right, more handbags. That's kind of a nice one that I didn't take. I'm not a designer bag girl. I just want something that's practical and will hold my stuff and not look really bad. And there's plenty of that here. I mean, look at this one. This is nice. For $5.99, come on. Why are you spending so much money on handbags? It doesn't impress people like you think it does. And they have wallets too. And oh, there's a fanny pack. But this wallet is nice. It caught my attention. It's nice. It looks like a designer wallet. Really nice. You'd never know you bought that in a thrift store for $2.99. Now the jewelry can be in different formats. They have a lot of wall displays with jewelry on it. Most of it ranges in price from $1.99 up. But there's such a nice assortment of different designs. You can find something you like here, I'm sure of it. Well, not that, but I mean, you can find something that you like. I think I donated those. Oh, ahoy! There you go. Probably weight your ears down. Yep. Those are kind of neat with the gems in them. I'm all over the place with jewelry myself. And here's a case with jewelry and sunglasses in it, and watches. This is where a lot of the thrifters who resell like to come in here and see if there's anything of interest. I just look for something that's pretty that I would like, you know. Here's the silver. And again, they price things really high in these cases. This is the Treasure Island area, they call it, of this store, where they have things in a case. There's some rings. Some bad mojo on some of those things, probably. You're gonna have to sage it. And then there's pearls, and of course you have to touch them to make sure they feel like pearls. Some nice earrings, sparkly. Gold chains. And we have some sunglasses. And then here's some designer sneakers, or kicks, or whatever they call them nowadays. And these look in pretty pristine condition, some of them. And I'm sure they have priced them higher because of that. And there's some dress shoes. And then there's ladies' kicks. And then here's some collectible stuff. I have no idea. There's signed Bibles. Okay. And I don't know what Carol Day and Lance Holson did, but here's the shoes. And I love looking at the shoes. Now, again, wipe them out with a Lysol wipe. And there you look at these. Look brand new. Beautiful. These booties. And then here's some fancy ones to wear out on date night if you have a date night. Check the sizes. I do try on shoes. I don't try on clothes, but I will try on shoes because a 9.5 can be small. And I have to go up to the 10s, little gunboats. I went straight to the 9.5s to have a look through and see what's there. And you can find everything from sandals to high heels. Wow, those are kind of interesting. And we're looking down there, fancy shoes, wedding shoes. Those are cute, those black pumps. And then these were really big a few years ago, but I don't think they're in style right now. I can't always keep up with that stuff. Oh, here's another pair of those clogs. This one's in blue instead of the red. Somebody liked that design. I should have tried them on to see if they were comfortable. Oh, they're 25 bucks. Okay. Well, that's a no. Those are cute. Those little short brown things. And then we've got some red pumps. Oh, I fell in love with these shoes. These are bridal shoes. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Look at how they sparkle. They're just beautiful. I rarely say that about shoes, that they're just beautiful, but these really got to me. Pierre Dumas. They're a size 10, so they would fit my big gunboat feet. 10 bucks, $9.50. Look at that. Look how beautiful. Even the heel has like shimmer on it. Of course, I don't have an event to wear them to, but they are pretty darn pretty. Uh-huh. That is a no. Yep. Okay, moving along here, and they do have children's stuff too. You know, kids grow out of their shoes so quickly. This is a good place to find. Again, wipe them out with Lysol wipes, and most of these are in pretty pristine condition for being kids' shoes. Stinking cute. Apps, look at this. Oh, look. And then the men's shoes, of course. We've got some men's dress shoes, topsiders, boat shoes, and then here's some more men's stuff. I don't know why I wound up back there. Oh, a squatty potty. Look at that. You stick that around the toilet and you stick your feet on it when you're sitting there, and it elevates you so things come out better. Squatty potty. And there's kitchen scales there. I don't know why I did slow motion on this. I don't. I'm so sorry. It's just a variety thing. And then right next to it, look at that. There is a container for crackers. Never know what you're going to find. And then here's some more yarn. This is a different store, so they have quite an assortment of wine and the knitting stuff. Wine, listen to me. And I've had a dry 3 months. Okay, here's some beautiful quilted covers and bedding stuff. Again, you wash it and it's yours. It's yours, baby. All right, we've got some pajamas and robes, and we've got some curtains and drapes and sheets and blankets. I don't know if I'd buy sheets. I think that's where I would draw a line here with the bedding stuff. But I get blankets and pillows. Look at all the pillows. My goodness. You know, you can take those covers off and wash them, or you can put the whole pillow into your washing machine and dryer. And there's no need to buy a new pillow, really. And look at all these curtains. And sheets. They've got everything mixed up, and all these pillows up top here. And there's something for everybody. There really is. And they run between $2.99 and $6.99. And you know, in the stores they're charging $25 to $50 for these things. It's crazy. So you can save some money buying it here, and you can find something you like. Don't be turning your nose up, girl. All right, spending a little too long in here for me. I don't know. You know, when I was editing this, I had so many film footage pieces to edit, and I stuck them in, and I did edit a lot out. I mean, this film was about an hour more. They're nice. And then there's kitchen linens. You know, there's placemats and tablecloths and table runners. And we all need a pair of orange pot holders. Yeah. Boy, that's screaming autumn, huh? And there's right behind it some placemats that look like autumn also. So you just have to look, you know, and you just won't believe the quality of some of the items that you find. Really, really impressive. I think we're about done in linens. All right, look at these cool cars. Oh my goodness, that's neat. Wouldn't you love to have a car like that if you were a kid? And there's a fire truck car. There's a miniature play stove. There's a magazine holder, end table, a massage table, I think that's what that is. Baseball mitts. I know nothing about this, but somebody out there is probably screaming at the TV monitor. $8 for that one, and then we have this little technical issue there. All right, and then the puzzles and games. You can always find a puzzle or a game. A lot of them are sealed, and then the ones that aren't sealed, you gotta hope to high heck that all the pieces are there. Look at this one, all the castles of Europe. That is cool. I really like that. And that was, I believe that was $4.99. And look at this game. It's a checkers and tic-tac-toe game done with M&Ms. I don't think they're real M&Ms, but I think they're, you know, plastic M&Ms. Hopefully kids won't eat them. And then, I'm looking through here at something I would like. Not that. Okay. Oh, State Fair. That's only got 300 pieces. That's for the lightweights like me. I lose interest too fast. Yep. And there's a bookstore. Oh, look at this. How pretty is that? 1,000 piece. Oh my goodness. $10.49 and it's open? Are you kidding me? And you know, somebody may have lost a piece to this. Their cat took it, or it got, you know, put under the rug by mistake or under the sofa, and they want $10.50 for it. All right, well, the toys here, let's go into, that's a good segue into toys. I love dinosaurs, so I'm looking, I always am attracted to that. You can always find some interesting toys. Again, wipe everything down with, you know, disinfectant, and it's good as new. Look at this evil looking shark. I'm not sure if that's part of, it must be part of a game. There's a little crab that goes from side to side. Yep. And there's another one of those licensed products. And of course, plush. You can always find a stuffed animal for somebody for the weekend, or, you know, just to, for a teenager or a young person. Really cute. Little bit of everything here. Look at this little Poindexter chipmunk. And then this adorable little fox. Oh, how cute. Or raccoon, or whatever it is. Okay. Oh, look at this fluffy dog. And then there's the child. I think that's the child, isn't it? I don't know. This guy's from a TV show. Do you know who it is? Yeah. Okay. A little bit of everything there, and yeah, here's a creepy dinosaur. It's a cotton material. Now look at the children's clothes and the baby clothes. And if you're looking for something, just again, you know, if they're visiting for the weekend, you could surprise them with a cute little outfit. So many cute things, but look at these dresses. Oh my goodness, look at these little dresses. So cute. They can be a princess fairy for real cheap. Oh, that's a fancy one. So cute. For just pennies, you know, on the dollar for what you'd have to pay in a real store. And then look at this, now in the middle of nowhere, there's this painting, original painting signed out in the middle of nowhere. Now we're looking at an 80s or 90s sofa and a million socks. They have new socks. Now these are exempt from their sales, but they are new socks. I've never seen so many socks in my life. They're on the end of every end cap in the shoes. And women's, men's, kids, work socks, dress socks, a little bit of everything. Now I'm heading over here. Now this is the Treasure Island area of this store. They've got quite a nice display of sunglasses. There's a little Elton John thingy going on there. Wow. Yep. Get back, Honky Cat. And there's some necklaces and some of the cheaper earrings on this particular stand alone. And then here's Treasure. This is a true Treasure Island because they've got cases blocking it off, and in the back you'll see designer purses and designer stuff. You see all the expensive jewelry and things here. Some of it much more expensive than other pieces. But Treasure Island is the nickname they give this area, and generally you have to buy the things right there too. They won't let you walk around the store with them. A little tiara barrette. That's cute. And a brooch. Funny looking at this footage, I'm seeing stuff I like. There's some pins and badges. And pretty earrings. Oh, I like those. Yep, definitely. And I didn't get them, of course. All right, so continuing on at Treasure Island in this store, they've got nice rings, and then they've got the silver stuff. Here's our cash register, and then we're going over here and looking at the watches on the top there, if you're in the market. Aviator sunglasses. Those people who flip things know the quality of some of these things. Some of them are just beautiful. And then in the back there, they've got the designer shoes and expensive items, designer clothes. So that's what Treasure Island is in the thrift store. And over here on my right, we've got scarves all along the bottom row. Absolutely anything you would want. Scarves really can change an outfit. And then all the belts. That's something you really need to put around your waist, because belts are very deceiving. They look like they'd fit you, and then you stick them around and they don't even come together at your waist. So some fancy ones there too. And then more hats, winter hats looks like, and some caps, more socks, and here's some more shoes and sandals. Coming up, we're going into warm weather, so you'll see a lot of sandals on their own a lot of times, separate from the regular shoe section. And then, of course, the sneakers or kicks or athletic shoes, whatever they're calling them this year. Absolutely cool. All right, we've got shapewear here. I think washed with borax, I could do shapewear. There's an awful lot of different styles. I was told once to buy one size down from the size it says you are, and it holds you in better. And here's some bras, and you know, again, I'm a little iffy on buying any kind of underwear at a thrift store. Oh my goodness, the mother load. Here we go. This is, I'm pulling it off the rack now. Granny panty. They're brand new. Granny panties. Well, how much is this treasure? $3.79. Wow. In the white cotton. My mother always had the white underwear. Look at these wheelchairs. Oh my goodness, that's a nice new wheelchair, or you know, slightly used. It's a beautiful wooden rocker. And of course, the kid in me has to push it to make it rock. Yeah, that's nice. Look at the spindles on it, the detailing. That's a beautiful little piece of furniture. All right, vacuum cleaners. This is something I would never buy in a thrift store. Now, if you look closely at some of these vacuum cleaners, look, there's crap still in them. Look at that. Oh my God. Look at this stuff in there. And, you know, they probably got rid of the vacuum cleaner because it didn't work anymore. Don't buy vacuum cleaners. All right, so we're going to finish up here in the records, see what people got rid of. The 1812 Overture is in here several times. Personally, I don't like to listen to that at home. I have no idea what that is. Mozart. Do we have anything? Oh, Crystal Gale. There she is. Yeah, that looks very 1970s. More Mozart. Charlie Rich. Warren Zevon. Yeah. Yeah, some nice stuff here. Okay. Dinah Shore. I'm your girl. All right. The Essential Steve Goodman, wherever he is. More 1812s. Lots of 1812s. My goodness. Mozart. Some of us audiophiles like the pop and sound of record albums. Okay. Oh, look at this. The Poem of Ecstasy. Rimsky-Korsakov. Yeah, we will end here. All right. It's always a little bit different. It's always a little bit different each time you go, and wherever you are, there's some kind of a thrift store that has similar type of items, and it's just so much fun going through. And if you're older like me, there's a lot of it that brings back some happy memories when you were a kid. You'll see toys that were popular when you were young, or comic books, or Barbie dolls, or magazines, records. You remember those big old record LPs? There's just so many things. It's just fun. It's an experience. It's not just shopping. And I prefer it to shopping in a modern store. And not just because the prices are wonderful, but because there's just such a mixture of items of interest. So I hope you've enjoyed this. It was certainly a lot of fun bringing it to you. Thanks a lot to Mr. Rick for filming me, and also Deborah. She did some filming as well, and the stores themselves set up real nice. The employees were great, and I always encourage people to go to thrift stores because you just never know what you're going to find. Okay, I hope everybody's doing well. Keep safe. Take care. Toodles.